So here is how the music from Interstellar borrowed from the Dark Knight trilogy. For those of you that don't remember, here's the main theme to the Dark Knight. And as you'll notice, it's only 2 notes. They just make it a lot longer. And apparently the original plan was to make it more than just 2 notes in the second and then in the third movie, so that by the end of the third, you would have a complete main theme for Batman. But in the behind the scenes videos, Hans Zimmer talks about how he likes that those 2 notes evoke a sense of ambiguity. And he really felt that that was symbolic of Batman and never really fully resolving all the things that he would have liked in his life. So connecting that to the main theme in Interstellar, all it is 4 notes repeating over and over and over again. And what they do is they make it more long, right, and more dramatic. And you would think that in the resolution at the end, you would get more of a big, but instead we get an empty one like this. So in a similar way with that build-up, you feel like you're about to progress in the note, you go back to the beginning, and finally when you get to that resolution point, it feels empty. And yet at the same time with this note, it kind of evokes a sense of falling off a precipice, and then the organ takes over. And this is the part of the song that I really feel encapsulates the science aspect of this movie. You know, and as much as Christopher Nolan really wanted to make the story about heart and family, it really is an epic of science and of interstellar travel. And you can kind of see that in the song where at the beginning it's like, you know, you're on Earth and you're trying to figure things out and resolve things, but you don't get anywhere, and then finally you go to space and that's where the answers are. And in a way the music evokes that, because in the beginning you do get this repetitive patterns. It's kind of like you're on Earth and you can't progress anywhere. You know, everything isn't going as well as you'd like it to be. And then all of a sudden you go to space and that's where the answers are. That's where the new and exciting things can be, the frontier for human colonization. And yet at the end of this part we still get, so it still ends in sort of an inconclusive sort of feel. And that's really where I feel the music from the 2 movies really connect, and the fact that they never really fully resolve. Even at the end of Interstellar, and I don't want to give any spoilers, I mean, certain things are resolved, but there's always more to explore. And if you were to ask me to name the main character in the movie, I wouldn't say Matthew McConaughey or Anne Hathaway, but this guy, the organ at the London Temple Church. In an interview, Hans Zimmer talks about a conversation he had with Christopher Nolan where they talk about how the movie is really about celebrating science. And by the 17th century, the pipe organ was the most complex machine invented. So that's the thinking behind using this organ that will ultimately end up blasting to your ears in the theaters. And I really like it when they combine it with sort of those synthetic sounds, because then we get that really epic sci-fi feel going on. And at the end of the day, the movie really is about science, and I do think that the music captured that perfectly. And even though I don't feel like I connected with the characters as much, it's still a great film and something you definitely want to experience in the theaters. So let me know what you think, and as always, thank you for checking out Soundtrack Reviews, and I'll see you next time.